So when I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about in this CCJ Taught You series, overwhelmingly I kept hearing marketing, 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 marketing. And I'm gonna talk about it, but I want to be very, very clear that I am not a marketing expert. This video is not coming to you from a place of me having it all together and me having every piece of this figured out. A lot of the stuff that I'm about to share with you is actually stuff that I struggle with mightily. But through research and experience, I have discovered what some best practices are, and I'm more than happy to share those with you. Now, not everything is going to work for everyone, but you won't know what works and doesn't work for you if you're not willing to try something. So with that in mind, let's dive right into it. Don't go out of order. At minimum, you need a social media presence and you need a newsletter for your marketing. Ideally, and I highly recommend that you get a website too, but those first two, social media presence and newsletter, those are absolutely vital. Now, my website, if you've tried to visit, I'm currently going through some growing pains, but we working it out. What had happened was I released a new project and all the traffic made my site crash, which sounds more impressive than it is. It's actually an issue. It's actually a server issue because I was using WordPress, blah, 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 blah. Not even going to bore you guys with the details of all that. But long story short, I've got to figure out something better. But starting out, WordPress, absolutely no problem. You can definitely go there. But if you're looking for something much simpler, you can use something like Wix or Squaresite, something like that. For my email list, I'm currently using MailChimp, but I'm in the market for, hey, if I find something else that is going to give me something better, ConvertKit, Constant Contact, there's lots of different options. Take some time, do your research, see what's going to work best for you, see what pricing options are going to work best for you. A lot of these, for people who are first starting out, they have a free level that will get you everything that you need with no problem, but take some time to look through all the features and stuff and then make a decision from there. I don't have a particular recommendation. Now, social media, this is the one. Do not try to be on everything. You need to be present on the platforms that you enjoy, and you need to be authentic. Don't be chasing trends, dancing on TikTok or whatever. If you're not into that, find the things that you enjoy. That's going to give you the energy to stick with it. And consistency is so key. Don't share your personal life if you're not into that. But you do need to, like I said, you do need to show up authentically. People want to feel like they know you. Having the books and reading the books and all of that, that's cool, that's cute. But what we know from a marketing standpoint is that people want to feel a connection to the places where they're spending their money. And in this case, that's you. So how are you going to show up? Now, what you shouldn't do is get caught up in trying to make it look perfect. I know we live in a shallow society where, everything is all glossy and polished and all of that. Forget that. Now, there is definitely something to be said for presenting yourself in a certain manner, having, your branding look good, cohesive and all of that. But you have to let go of this idea of perfection. It doesn't exist and it's tiresome trying to chase it. So don't even get yourself caught up in that. Again, the most important thing that you can do is show up and do it consistently. Now, speaking of social media, don't you be blowing your money on those ads. Every platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, whoever, they all have paid options, but let me tell you, that is a beast that will eat whatever you feed it. And in this case, your money, if you don't know what you're doing. And it's complicated on purpose. So you probably don't. I don't either. And so I'm not going to give you any tips there other then to be very, very careful with your money when it comes to this. Social media ad spend can be a very, very powerful tool in your promotion and marketing toolbox, but you need to go into it having done a ton of research before you spend a single dime. Now, a simple boost on Facebook can throw a few dollars at that to make sure that your new release posts or whatever are getting in front of the audience that already likes your page. But even that, I've done it, but I cannot caution you enough to be careful with it. It is so easy to spend money, not nearly as easy to see it come back. What is the return? You need to be seeing a return. Otherwise, you're just making a donation. Now, what I can encourage you to spend your money on is great visuals. Whether that's paying a graphic designer, hopping on Fiverr to get a trailer made, paying for a premium version of Canva so that you can use the different fonts and different stock photos and all of that they have to offer. That is a solid use of your money. Great graphics attract the reader's eye, and people want to share those because it looks good. Who doesn't want to share something that looks good? Great graphics can really go a long way. But if you are doing this yourself, Canva or wherever else, let me encourage you to keep it clean, keep it simple. It is very easy to get caught up in trying to do too much too fast. You don't actually need like a custom trailer and a billboard and swag and all of that to get readers. I get it. It's cute. You see other people doing it and you're like, man, I want that too. All that stuff is real cool, but it comes with a cost, either your time or your money or both. And it goes back to, what is my return on this investment? Whatever money you're spending on marketing, you want to make sure that it actually makes sense for what the return is going to be. A well-designed book cover, a thoughtful quote image, an interesting picture that represents something in your book, all of those are much more valuable when you're first starting out than this big to-do and I've got a trailer and did you see my billboard in Times Square? When nobody knows who you are yet. Whatever you are going to spend your money on, make sure it makes sense. You want to know how to get your book in the hands of readers? Sales promotions. And better yet, giveaways. Y'all be so scared to give away books, and I don't understand why. Okay, yes, they're reading your book for free, but that is only a monetary component. They're reading your book for free, and what you get in return for that is that you are building your audience of people who are going to come back again and again and again to read more of your work. Assuming you've got a great cover, a great blurb, some great promo, you've been talking about your book on these social medias that you got, and they actually are going to read the book instead of it just sitting in their Kindle because they only got it because it was free. We want to give them incentive. We want to give them reasons to actually read it too. So we've been building interest, and we've got a great blurb, and we've got a great cover, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to run a free promotion. They're going to pick it up because it's free, but it's all the other stuff that's going to get them to actually read it and then move forward with all that other good stuff that you need. When you are first starting out, building your readership is so important. So important. And you need to give readers every incentive to pick up your work. Free is a great incentive, but that's like a limited time thing. You should not be giving it away like free all the time. Not when that's all you have, when that's the only project you have. No, we're not going to be giving that away free all the time. We're going to run a cute little promotion, a few days, a day, couple days, happy holidays, all of that. Limited time. But for full time, for all the time, we're going to have our book priced right. Now, I know you put your heart into it and all, but ain't nobody but your mama and your friends paying more than $4.99 for an ebook for somebody they ain't never heard of. In a parallelogram, they never read nothing. In this economy, they don't even know. I'm sorry. Be serious. Now, I'm not saying that you have always got to be $2.99, $3.99, 99 cents, whatever. But when you are not proven yet to your readership, Again, we are giving them every incentive to say yes to picking up your work. And you can take advantage of the KU program, which I have talked about in a couple of other videos. I'll make sure to link it below. Another thing when it comes to your marketing and promotion efforts, do not wing it. Don't wing it. Don't wing it. Please don't wing it. I mean, you can, but it's not great. I would highly recommend that you sit down and make a plan for what you want to do. What do you want your marketing plan to look like? Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 10 different promotional ideas that you can use to help build out this marketing plan that you're going to sit down and build out, right? Right? You're going to sit down and build that out, right? Whatever your plan is, ideally, your readers and potential readers should be hearing from you in some manner every single day. Every day, every day. Girl, let me get on these folks' nerves. First of all, no, you're not. Second of all, don't worry about that. Like, do you get annoyed when the authors that you love post about their books or post about whatever on social media? No, probably not. Now, you don't need to be in nobody's inbox or nothing. Don't do that. But it's definitely expected and encouraged that when you follow an author on social media, they're going to be talking about their work. And if people do unfollow you, that's fine. Let them unsubscribe. Let them tune out. Do not take it personal. They opted out and that's okay. You want interested people because you're going to be talking to and interacting with your audience, and what you don't need is people who are there but don't even care what you're talking about, pulling down your engagement numbers. They can go. It's okay. You get the right audience pinned down and you have got the perfect promotional tool right at your fingertips. Word of mouth. Do not be scared to ask your readers indirectly, stay out of folks' inbox, to share your posts, leave reviews, tell a friend, whatever. A lot of times, if people love your work, they are eager to tell people about it. They want to share. They just need a little nudge. So post, ask. The worst that can happen is that they don't do it. Okay, but you add. Back to that marketing plan though. I'm about to give you 10 things that you can do to promote your work. Quote graphics. If you have an iDevice, the Kindle app has made this very easy. You can go right into your book, pull a quote. It makes a nice little cute graphic, or you can make your own with your own colors and background, all of that in Canva. What you want to do is you want to go to the popular highlights from your book, see what people are highlighting, see what has gotten kind of more attention. That means that this is the stuff that resonated with people who have already read the book. This is the stuff that stood out. So it's probably going to resonate with other readers as well. That's cool and all, but what if my book is not out yet? That's fine. What you're going to do is you are going to go into your cute little You're gonna go into your manuscript and you're gonna read it yourself, and you're gonna pick up the lines that make you smile, the stuff that makes you laugh, the stuff that makes you think, oh, I was really in my bag with that one. That's the type of stuff that you want to pull from these quotes, because not only are you being consistent in your posting and giving your readers something to engage with, you're also giving them a little taste of your work and what you can do. So you may or may not, if you've watched my video about how to finish your book, you may or may not have actually took to heart my advice about the Pinterest boards. But if you did, you're going to take you a cute little screenshot of that Pinterest board and you're going to share that on your other social medias. And you're going to say, hey, this is the stuff that inspired me while I was writing this book. I mean, you're probably going to say it better than that, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. And you can link people to your Pinterest so that they can follow you there, so that when you're pinning things for your books and they're on Pinterest and they see it, they think, ooh, you know, she's got something new coming. She's pinning stuff to this book board. What is this book board about? And your book board also, your cover needs to be in there, and you need to link back to your book on whatever retailer it's on. Boom. Share reviews. What are people who have already read your book and loves your book? What are they saying about it? Take a little snippet. We're always with the little snippets. Take a snippet, share that on social media, because again, word of mouth. It might not be directly from that person's mouth, but it's still what people are saying about your book, and that matters to other readers. Are you releasing the 3rd or 5th, or in my case, 8th book in a series? Cool. Discount the other books in that series. Make the first one free. make the second 99 cents or whatever, but do something to incentivize people who have not read that series before. Do something to incentivize them to start the series, and maybe, just maybe, they'll keep coming right along with you. Videos. You can do your pre-release thoughts. You can do your process. You can talk about other people's books. There is so much that you can do, but YouTube is this whole vibrant, thriving community, once again, right here at your fingertips, that you can use. But I mean, that does take being comfortable on video. But if you are comfortable being on video, take advantage of doing some live readings of your work or live chats. This is something that I especially want to get more into, want to do more of, but people really love stuff like that. They want to hear the book brought to life and read aloud. They want to talk to you about your work. So if you with it, let's get it. Are you one of those people who listens to music while you're working, or you have certain songs that you listen to while you're writing certain books? Man, slap those songs on a graphic and let's go. Share your playlist. People love playlists. People love finding new music, finding new artists, and that playlist is going to help give them a vibe of your book. That's more building interest. Oh, she got Sit On It by Jasmine Sullivan and Ari Lennox on the playlist. Oh, yeah. Let me add that to my TBR. Get permission from the person, from the creator, to reshare those cute Bookstagram posts. If somebody has taken one of those beautiful pictures with your book, like the paperback, or on an e-reader with the cute backgrounds, and there's coffee mugs and all of that, in the background, hit them up. First of all, acknowledge the fact that they did that. Ask them, hey, is it okay if I repost this on my feed, or is it okay if I share this in my newsletter? You do need to ask for permission, but they're probably going to say yes because they liked your book enough to put something together for it. They're probably going to be excited that you want to share it. Put it in front of people. It's another one of those word of mouth things. Man, somebody liked this book enough to, put the props together and take a picture of it. Maybe I need to add this to my TBR. Think about it. Sample Sunday. This is like the oldest trick in the book, but Sample Sunday. Give these people a taste of your work. Let them see what you're coming with. But Christina, how do I pick the sample? Oh, that's real easy. That quote graphic that you pulled, or that you had to pull yourself, that you picked, or all those popular highlights from your work that stood out to others. Go look at those and see if you can pull a sample from there. All right. One final thing to round out my 10 is you can do like cute little trivia questions or informal polls that are related to stuff about your book. You can say, do you like alpha males or more of the cinnamon roll type hero? Do you like biker heroes, or are you into more of a corporate guy, etc. Something that relates back to your book, and you can put all of that in it, but you're going to have your readers engaged because they're going to have a preference. And then whichever way that preference goes, some of them are going to be like, if it's not alpha male, I ain't into it. But some people are going to be like, oh, this book does not have the alpha male. I don't like them anyway. Let me get into it. But you have to put yourself out there. Give them something to engage with, and they're going to engage. They're going to come. And let me give you one more piece of free game. None of that only applies to new releases. All of that stuff applies to your backlist too. Yes, meaning the books that are not the brand new stuff. They are still very much worthy of your promotion efforts too. You're constantly going to be picking up new people. And just because everybody that you know of that is part of your audience has already read it, doesn't mean that the new people that you're picking up with each subsequent release, or each time that you do some new promotional push and you pick up new followers, it doesn't mean they've read it yet. So make sure you're pushing your backlist stuff too. All right, that's all for me on the promotion end. And let me tell you, I'm exhausted. Listen, promotion is by no means an easy thing for me. If you were watching this video and every single time that you felt like your wig was getting tugged a little bit, trust me, sis, me too. Only I'm the one doing it to myself. This promotional stuff is honestly a constant struggle for me. I just want to write books. Just writing the books isn't enough. Like you're going to have to do some pushing. You're going to have to put in some work. And I don't know it all. Like, by no means do I know it all, but hopefully this is going to give you at least a better foundation to pull from. If you're watching this and you picked up something that you are going to take forward into making your marketing plan, I want you to drop a comment below telling me one thing you're gonna do to promote your book this week. I wanna know. As always with this series, if you have other questions or other things that you want me to add to my list of things that I'm gonna talk about, please feel free to leave a comment, dropping them below. Again, I want this to be as impactful and as resourceful as I can possibly make it. And I need to know what you guys need to know in order to make that happen. But as always, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you for hitting a like, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.